Andrew Cuomo spent years as one of the most powerful men in state politics. With his rapid loss of influence and support this week, we're now seeing a growing list of people who may potentially run for governor next year. So Pix 11's Ayanna Harry here with a look at how this race could potentially shape up. This didn't take long for a list to form, Ayanna.
That's right, Dan. If the governor steps down or goes into trial in the state Senate, Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul would step up to lead New York State. That would place Hochul in a solid position to then run for governor in 2022. If she joins the race, she could face a very crowded field.
Somebody who has credibility, somebody who has legitimacy.
Leading the Empire State. As Governor Andrew Cuomo's political crisis deepened this week, there was a renewed conversation. Who do New Yorkers want to see become our next governor? We asked Siena College professor Leonard Cutler.
Somebody who they can trust and respect.
There is a growing list of New Yorkers who may run for governor in 2022, Democrats and Republicans, some influential, others controversial.
The sharks are in the water, and it's unfortunate, but it's typical of politics that when it looks like there's going to be an opening, they're starting to swim.
Jerry Kremer knows New York politics well. He served as a state assemblyman for 13 years.
Some of the party elders are said to be approaching former Secretary of State Hillary Rodham Clinton to ask her if she would run.
The evolving list of potential gubernatorial contenders includes people who've held statewide office, like State Comptroller Tom DiNapoli and Brooklyn native Letitia James. James is in the national spotlight as the state attorney general, taking on former President Donald Trump and Governor Andrew Cuomo with her investigations.
And I believe these 11 women.
When Mayor Bill de Blasio was asked this week if he might step into the 2022 race for governor,
I haven't ruled in or ruled out anything.
Public advocate Jumaane Williams narrowly lost his 2018 bid for lieutenant governor. Williams recently toured several upstate New York communities discussing gun violence. After hinting he may jump into the race for governor for weeks, we asked Williams directly.
Well, I haven't said I'm potentially exploring a run for governor. I'm actually focused on the general election for the public advocates race.
And in 2022, could New Yorkers vote in a Republican governor? Ben Max is the executive editor of Gotham Gazette.
When you get out of the city, the state has much more balance in terms of Democrats, Republicans.
It's time for Lee Zeldin.
Lee Zeldin is a Republican congressman from Long Island. He launched his campaign for governor and in the first 3 months raised over $4 million. Other Republican hopefuls include former Westchester County Executive Rob Astorino and Andrew Giuliani, son of former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani.
There's no more effective playbook than the Giuliani playbook.
Interesting names right there. Now, Ayanna, you spent a few days in Albany. It was a whirlwind of a week, right?
Yes.
You heard from Assemblyman Ron Kim about what's happening within the chambers, but what are you hearing from New Yorkers, the voters?
Very interesting, Dan. Overwhelming support for Governor Cuomo on the streets of Albany, we found. Many people said, you know, right now the state is dealing with an economic crisis as we rebound from COVID and also the threat of the Delta variant. Overwhelmingly, we heard people say now is not the time for us to lose Andrew Cuomo as our governor. Very
interesting juxtaposing that with our Pix 11 poll as well from what you were hearing in Albany.